This is my Bloxburg High School, fully customized with a swimming pool, gym, football field, and so much more. And today, I'm going to be showing you how I built it. Alright, so we should probably start off with the parking lot, of course, because, well, that's going to be a big part of our build. So I just feel like if we started over here, it would make sense to have some sort of road kind of going to the back of the school where you'd maybe have more of your sports amenities at. For now, I'll just make it go that far back until we know what we can all fit in this build. And then you can just kind of branch off into the parking lot like over here. And so then over here can be like your bus drop-off area. And then can just connect to your parking lot kind of like this or something, I don't know. Now, of course, it makes sense to at least mark out our parking spots. And so here we have like our parking spots with also like a designated walkway. I think that's pretty cool. And then we also have these like reserved areas here just for some like vegetation and stuff. And even right here in the middle, we can have like a tiny roundabout. And hey, I'm a pretty big fan of that. And now it's definitely time for our sidewalk, which for now, I'm just going to roll with the good old roof sidewalk trick. And I'm a big fan of that right there. And if you're wondering what this is going to be, you guys just wait. This is going to be the entrance into like our main like sporting area for the school. So we're going to try our best to fit everything obviously inside this apartment. So this building is going to go back quite a ways, but visibly from the exterior, it won't go back too far, so that's fine. And so basically in here, I want to have like a swimming pool. And then down this hallway here, it's obviously I can get to the locker rooms. The locker rooms won't be too realistic, but that's okay. I guess here in the back too, you can have like the basketball gym. And then you'll have like the basketball locker rooms. And you'll also have like a training room. So this could be like the school's gym. As in like weightlifting, not like actual gym class. I also want to have an auditorium, so we're gonna add the auditorium like right in here. And then this can be like a lounge area going into like the school's office section. And then you can even have like the principal's office right in here. And then I was thinking right here would be a good spot to have like the school's library. Which, I get it's a little tiny, but we really are constrained by how much we can fit on a Bloxburg plot, so I do apologize for that. We definitely need a cafeteria somewhere. But first I'm going to add in these classrooms here. I'm just going to add in a few of them. And then sure, the cafeteria can be right here. You can even have like the school's kitchen back here. And then sure, you can even have like a band or like choir classroom. And then you come down this hallway here to get on the stage. So this school is going to be a little bit tricky whenever it comes to their football or soccer field. So again, this is a very interesting space. Looks like you're not going to have a track team. I'm very sorry to whoever plays track in here or does track that you don't play track. That's on me, guys. So we're going to be one of those schools that has a football and a soccer field combined. So yeah, just right behind the goalpost is going to be the field goal post. And so then I guess when it's a football game, you take the goalposts out of the way because you're going to have your end zones, of course, but we won't worry about that for now. Now would be a great time to check in and see, are you subscribed? I'm trying to hit 35,000 subscribers and I need your help. So please consider clicking that red button. I post videos just like this every single week and I know you won't want to miss what's next. Anyways, let's get right back into the video. Although I'll outline the soccer field since it looks like they're getting ready for a soccer game here, which fortunately these are a little bit easier. So you're gonna have one tiny goalie's box, and then you'll just have the penalty area. Obviously your line in the center of the field. I also just changed up the texture to mowed grass lines. I feel like that's a little bit better for a soccer field. And we're gonna try our best to make our own circle here. We'll see. It works, sure. You know what, we'll take it. I'll just outline the rest of the field here. And then you just add in this like concrete here. I guess we can have like some sort of bleachered seatings. I don't know how to really do this here. And there you go. You know what? Your team benches can be right here. You won't have anybody on the bench except your coach because your players be out there giving it their all 24/7. Oh gosh, you gotta feel bad for those guys. Anyways, though, I should definitely get like a color scheme for my school, which I really was just thinking of going this brown brick. I mean, I feel like that's pretty classic, you know? And so then here in the middle, we're just gonna have different types of like paths kind of just running on through here. Pretty simple stuff, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, something like that, though. I mean, I absolutely love that. It'll make more sense later. I'm gonna have like an elevated area over here. But anyways, with that out of the way, this railing here looks really cool. I'm a big fan of it. I like doing custom like fencing and custom railings and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Kind of like adding in that gray right there and just adding in the brick again. Like, I feel like that's a good like accent color, I guess. I don't know how to describe it really, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Up here though, would definitely be a perfect spot to have like these kind of tables and then adding in some of like these benches over here. I mean, it just all really works out well. But I guess we could definitely work on a second floor now. So I was thinking of having some sort of like wrestling room right in here. I feel like that'd be cool to have, you know? And then up around the basketball court, I was thinking of having an indoor track since we don't have one outside. But I guess first I need to figure out how big is the basketball court. Oh geez. Okay, so scratch that idea. So it won't be a full track, but we can definitely add bleachers up here though. And I guess we wouldn't really have a need for stairs over here then. I guess we can have like some sort of equipment closet like right in here. And then I just adjust like this wall, and then I have windows in these classrooms here. Will they be overlooking a roof? Yes. Do I care? Not really. Sorry. We're gonna have like an upper story here to the library, because I think that'd just be kind of cool to have like a lounge area up top. I'm gonna somewhat make this kind of custom. So you'll just have to kind of see what I do there. But then for sure we'll have like nothing above the office really. There's just no need for that. I mean, I guess schools do have elevators. So in theory, we could have like an elevator right in here. That's fine, you know? And then there just could be a long hallway for a bunch of lockers. But yeah, at least we have a layout done now. That's all I can say I'm happy about really, is just we have a layout. That's all I care about right now. We should probably focus on getting this landscaping done. Something I really want to use is that new birch tree that they added. Yes, I've been wanting to use this for a while now. There we go. I really hate though that they don't let us place trees in this spot right here. So annoying. I guess I can place the spruce ones though. And it's really funny because at my old school, we had landscaping kind of like this actually near our parking lots. And it was really funny because you'd see kids like drive through it. And like they wouldn't have trees or nothing, but they just have some really tall grass, definitely some bushes, and kids would try to drive through it. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me, guys. But due to this area right here, so in case you guys didn't know, whenever you place paths, you can't actually place like floors underneath them, which is a bit problematic. So I'm just gonna change all of the grass to the color inside of here. It'll obviously just be awkward if I join somebody else's server and they don't have this color grass. But you know what? That's fine. Although we could definitely add like a school's like sign like right over here. I mean, that's perfectly fine by me. Let's see if I can make a Bloxburg High School like text. And if so, then I'll obviously put this right on here. Alright guys, I'm safe to say that I actually did figure that out. So I'm happy now. I've finally found out how to make the custom text decals in Bloxburg. Which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how to do until now. So there we go. All you have to do is just delete your background layer on Photoshop and boom. I like something like that more for our sign, which I feel like the most common doors you'd see are these like double doors right here. And hey, I like that entry. Turned out better than I thought it would. But hey, I mean, that works out well. We can even add a pillar just so people can kind of like stand under here and wait for their people to come pick them up or whatever and not get drenched, you know? I feel like that would be reasonable. So yeah, just adding in a pillar like right there really works. And so then around the school, you know, we can have windows like the small panel ones, or I feel like even the medium ones work out well too. And in some cases you add the large panel one, but yeah. Now over here though, we definitely want a lot of double doors. And so yeah, doors like that work. And then something I was thinking of doing over here is having some really cool window design, just for a swimming pool, of course, but you know. So basically on every like block, or like every like half block apart here, we just place windows kind of like this. And then right below you place windows like that. But I mean, hey, that's good for our swimming pool area, but it's not done yet. Not done yet, guys. And then basically I just added in those extra bricks to kind of make this area like pop out a little bit more. I absolutely love that. Like, yes, the school definitely needed that. It's slightly noticeable, but it makes me happy. So guys, in this section here, I was thinking of adding in like a skylight, and basically, since it's a little glitch where whenever I delete a cube, as you can see there's like a little gap in there, I'm gonna find a way to fix that by just placing a cube on top, making it as thin as possible, and then after we make it that thin, we just come on down here, and boom, problem solved. Although at least now I'll be able to figure out like my roofing color and all that fun stuff. So for now, we're just gonna make it be like 1 block wide for the skylight really. So the skylights, I'm not gonna make them too complicated, nothing too fancy. You just put some glass on in there and boom, you know? So yeah, I mean, just something like that for the skylight, you know? And we'll just have it every other one. And then we'll obviously patch up like the brick showing on the inside and all that stuff later. But for now, it's cool. And then I just added in these like windows over here. I mean, it's just simple stuff really. But guys, I've got to say, I'm liking the school so far. I'm actually really liking it. And then honestly, for this part of the interior, you can definitely include some of that brick that we saw on the outside. Like at least for like the track part. Down below though, I guess we can still keep that brick, you know? But that's at least good to just have that color scheme figured out. And of course, we definitely need the basketball court. So I was thinking of having like my hoops here, of course. And then I add the bleachers like along these sides. With benches like right here. And then you can just walk along this side area, I guess. That works, you know? But obviously we'll work on that later. I should also make sure I actually have my elevator. Again, we'll have like some sort of loft key in the library, which we can definitely use like the spiral stairs for. I think that actually works here in like a corner. We'll have stairs like this here, and then you just walk in the middle between them, I guess. Or no, I'll just have 1 pair of stairs because that's all that really makes sense, I guess. Alrighty guys, so something I really want to do now is I want to mark out my roofing because that's obviously a very important part of this build. So we're going to do something like this here. We're going to have that overhang like I suggested earlier. And then over here, I actually want the fencing to be a bit taller because like I said, I want to have an auditorium over here. I feel like just a taller fence would probably be necessary for that. I want to have some sort of cool design here for the cafeteria. So we'll figure that one out later. Like a cool like skylight or something would be nice. But anyways, I can just paint these the brick color now. Although now, of course, it would definitely help if I actually put the flooring in here. I feel like just using the pebble texture really works out well. And then I also like this sort of roof layout too. I just, of course, have to add in my pebbles. which is such a weird saying now that I'm thinking about it. And then I'll just patch in like the taller parts of our roofing later on. I also think I should probably finish up the landscaping. That would definitely be smart. I want to add in trees over here near the theater so that way you can kind of not, you know, have that blatantly ugly wall just staring at you. Sometimes I'm going to call this a theater, sometimes I'll call it an auditorium. Please just bear with me. I definitely like using these trees. These birch trees are so cool. I'm so happy they added them into the game. I also hope my mic is working well. Again, I really have no clue. Ever since I got this new microphone set up, it's been a little tricky, but we can only hope that it's good. I'm also going to add in our light posts now because, well, you definitely need some of those, especially in a school. So I definitely like that. Although something I did want to try, guys, is the field of fireflies. If I raise these up as tall as possible, make them thin, and boom, now it looks like they're like shining on like bugs or something. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm sorry. But it's just a cool feature I wanted to have. Anyways, back to daytime. And then meanwhile, along the walkways, it'd probably be smart to use these. And yeah, I mean, those work. They just give some extra light, you know? We just got this little area here, kind of landscaped pretty well. So, I mean, I'll take it. We could definitely use some more of these spruce trees that I keep wanting to call pine trees because let's be real here. They're definitely pine trees, but I'll call them by their name. And there we go. These sections are landscaped too. Now, this area is going to be a little bit more tricky. I feel like it'd be cool to have like a lone cherry blossom, but obviously it's not going to be painted the actual cherry, but it'd just be cool to have that kind of tree style here in the middle. And I'm actually a big fan of that. A school definitely needs like a fountain like that, and we can make this area like a nice like peaceful place here. You know, you get like bird bath, bird feeder, and a bird house. Where's the bird house at? There it is. Yeah, just making it a nice peaceful area here in the middle. Something I'd also do is like to add in some like terrain. So we just use these spheres here and extend them out all the way. And then you paint them to color your grass and boom, really, you know? It just helps kind of, I don't know how to describe it, make this area look a little bit better. And hey, anything that makes your build look better, you gotta use it. Gotta use it, guys. Guys, how bad is it if I add a tombstone right here? Or a gravestone, I mean. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be an interesting addition, you know? So now that entire thing is landscaped, so that's nice. I'm just gonna add in some trees out here, really, and just call it a day. All right, there we go. Just one other tiny detail I'd like to do. I'd actually like to fence in this area over here because, I mean, it kind of makes sense to have it fenced in, you know? Something like that probably works better. Let's get our gates in here. Yep, there we go. That area is good now. Now, as weird as it sounds, I actually would like to do the swimming area. If your school doesn't have a swimming pool, I am sorry. But man, I absolutely loved my swimming pool at my old school. It was awesome. Of course, here goes all my money, but oh well, I guess it'll be worth it. So here's like a good color scheme. Obviously though, the main part of these pools is having like the lanes, which these are a tad more tricky. And there we go. Just something like that really. And then weirdly enough, they have these like flag designs, which we can make these pretty easy. If we just use a banner like this, then place it right at the top of this here. Well, there we go. I'm gonna keep this brick design here rolling on the interior, and then we can have the wall kind of just have windows here looking into the swimming pool, so that way you don't have to go into this room to actually watch. This ceiling I want to do is going to be very expensive, but I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So this bottom part here is going to be like black or something for now, and then basically the rest of our ceiling is gonna be like tiles, something like that. And now I have to place these pretty much everywhere. So I can guarantee you that took a good chunk of money. All I can hope is that it all pays off. And man, guys, I am starving. My stomach is rumbling right now. I haven't had my stomach rumble in months. This is actually crazy. Okay, I mean, it's safe to say I'm a big fan of the lights in here. I also just painted the walls, and I'm also liking those too. Now, of course, the main thing we have to do is actually add in seating. And then we should really do our locker rooms. Now, the locker rooms, we're not going to overcomplicate. We're just going to leave doors like this. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if we can really call them locker rooms. Low-key, a color like this, I think it works out. I mean, it's definitely like a school door color, if you guys know what I'm saying. And yeah, that works. That actually could be our classroom door too. Wait, that's actually perfect. Guys, I just realized I might not be the smartest. Okay, so somehow in your cafeteria, you're also gonna have classrooms here. That's fine. We can have like rows of lockers here and here and just like carpet and then the cafeteria itself. That's fine. We should probably add in some nice double doors to go into the gym here. Yeah, doors like that are pretty cool. If you just place them there, you know what, that's fine. We should also probably get our flooring now. I like using this carpet as our flooring here. You guys can disagree with me for that, but hey, that's kind of what I got used to throughout my high school years. So that's like the type of flooring I guess I got used to. And then I'll have the cafeteria be split. So some of it's going to be carpet, and then the other half is going to be this diagonal bordered marble. And then of course here in the classrooms we can have carpet, except for this one. This one's going to be our science lab. You're probably wondering, when did I determine that? Right now. And then I'll also put this in these hallways here. And there we go. Funnily enough, actually, that I cannot believe that worked, but that's nice for me, I guess. Now the library, of course, you're definitely going to want some carpet in there. We do actually have a lot of carpet in this school. I might change it up later, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, I mean, I am a fan of this. And then this is the doors here into your office, which are pretty cool. I like this a lot. And then, yeah, I used to have the principal's office right here. We should make her door a little bit more private, so she can get the one without the window. I don't know why I'm saying a she, but you know what? Our principal is now a she. We are hiring right now. And then, of course, it makes sense for the movie theater doors to be more like these. This just makes the most sense to me. Actually, that color on its own actually is not bad. You can even paint that brick for all I care, really. Although I should probably get back to the pool now. I don't know how I got so sidetracked. So now something we definitely should add is some diving boards. I do know a little bit about swimming. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit, though. And I know enough to know that there are diving boards. Wow, how smart is Capto, guys? Woo. Just something like those. Now, they may look more like solar panels than actual diving boards, but don't look at them too closely. And then, of course, you can get your actual diving board. One here, and then we can get a high dive, too. Nice. Actually, I should probably put the high dive over here so it doesn't take away from your view. I just feel like that'd make more sense. And then getting these pool ladders in here would definitely help, too. And I'm a big fan of this flooring. So now I should definitely get the seating area. Which, let's see here. How do we want to do our stairs? Yeah, I guess something like this works. Man, I just thought I was done placing chairs after the stadium, but nope. You can never escape the chairs, guys. But I mean, hey, I think that works there, you know. They don't stand out too much, but that's okay. I think it'd be cool to get some more natural lighting in here. Like, just something like that up there, you know. And then this room probably does deserve an accent color along the wall, which means I might change the wall texture up again, because I don't know how much I'm vibing with it. And low-key, guys, I definitely vibe with that a lot more. Just something about that's a lot better. I think it makes sense to have like some of these like storage shelves in here. This, I guess, is like where you put all your pool items and whatnot. But hey, I don't think I need to touch anything else in this room. I mean, it turns out really good. I'm a big fan of it. I guess the one thing I could do is put like the school's initials up here, since it is Bloxburg High School, of course. Bloxburg High School. Maybe I can make it blue to resemble like Bloxburg more. Oh, this is definitely the Bloxburg color. That's funny. There we go. We got our Bloxburg color. Perfect. Now we have to do this gym, which is going to be complicated. But I guess to start things off, you know, we can definitely add in the windows. So the gym ceiling is going to be a little bit more complicated, because in here I actually want to do some type of beam work. But with enough procrastination out of the way, I guess we should just get to work. So basically, guys, it's going to be beam work kind of like this. I'll figure out what to do about this wall here and whatnot, but yeah, the beam work is going to be like that. And so now I have to place that all over my gym. Oh, you guys see how expensive this is a piece? This is 1,100 a piece, guys. Oh my gosh, dude. This is at least a couple $100 grand just spent on this then. My gosh. Rest in peace to my money, bro. Like, holy cow. Alright, well, good news. That ceiling turned out just how I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. I think it's cool, at least. Hopefully you guys do as well. Just from this angle, yeah, this looks great. Of course, though, we now have to figure out a way to connect it to this wall with the final 2 blocks that we have. Alright, I've connected it over here. You guys can't really see it too well, but it looks really cool. Just trust me. Just trust me, bro. So down here, I want to have those kind of bleachers that are like already like folded up. I'm not sure how to describe them. Basically, guys, hopefully you guys understand what this is here. So these stairs, they like fold out, and so do the bleachers, but obviously since the basketball court's out here, you can't actually have that happening. And then right next to those stairs, we're gonna put the actual bleachers part, which these are really interesting. So here's the B, of course, for our Bloxburg High School. Now I just have to replicate the bleachers over and over again to get the HS. There's our H, and there's our S. Okay, that turned out pretty good. I added stairwells over there just because it made sense, and boom, that's really good for some bleachers. I also added in some bleachers over here just because it kind of made sense. Sure, they could be moved back a little bit, but I'm pretty sure in real life they're actually on wheels. Don't quote me on that, but I think they are. So, you know, you can probably just wheel them on backwards. And then I just added some over here. All I can say, guys, is this gym is not helping our plot data. I'm going to delete these bleachers here since I put some here on the sides, because these bleachers here in the middle just should not be here. We can put a basketball here in the middle, I guess. It'd be cool if we had like a basketball rack in game. Since we don't have a rack for them, I'm not sure what to put on the sides. I guess I could put benches. I mean, I guess that does make sense for your teams, you know, but still. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Alrighty, guys, I just painted the rest of the walls brick, just so I don't have to worry about fixing up this one up here. This is officially the warehouse stadium. I have to find a way to get these lights in here. Guys, it's safe to say I have done it. I made this little beam design right here, and now the lights are connected, which of course helps me out a lot. This gym looks sick, and I ran into the wall. Okay, just ignore that part. Guys, I have good news. I figured out what to put along this wall here. So you know in most gyms, they have that like padding there that you run into so that way you don't like bash your head against something. Well, it certainly would help if we had some here. Something like that works. And then we probably should put a scoreboard up here. And there we go. A scoreboard like that definitely works out. We can probably work on our entryway now. At least get some lights over here. Something typical, of course, would just be like the sleek ceiling lights. I use these things so much, but they are really good lights. So, I mean, who's complaining? I know I'm not. And then I guess we can work on this quote-unquote lounge area. I guess we should really call this like a waiting room. Although I do think the large circular light kind of works in there. Just, you know, adding in plants works. And we can add in a little bookshelf. And then I guess this should be our lounge area. The school's gonna have a lot of bricks, but hey, that's okay. I also definitely need the doors to my cafeteria. Can't believe I forgot that, but I guess they shouldn't really be doors. It should just really be the wide door frames. So I guess something like that works. All right, so I'm not sure what's up with my PC today, but for some reason my inputs are kind of delayed. But we'll be fine, I guess. Hopefully. I also should definitely get my color scheme finished for my hallways. That would make the most sense. And we should also get our library doors, because that also makes sense to have. And I've kind of left this area empty, but we definitely need to touch up our upstairs now. So let's just get some doors up here and definitely get some flooring. Up here can be a nice lounge area like I suggested earlier, although I am going to rework this roof part as I want to have some sort of cool like glass roof design. This distance apart is good for our windows. Alright, I got this custom thing here. It is clonable, thank goodness. So basically all I do is I just place them like this, and yeah, that's cool. And so then I wanted to like slant them up almost, but first I need to get a frame on this wall here so I can figure out how much obviously they need to be slanted. And then I also got the under like wood texture here, but I kept the brick here on top. So that's good. I actually shouldn't have cloned these windows over just yet because my eventual goal here is to make the slant itself clonable. And of course, if I can do that, then well, easy work. Alrighty guys, I have my skylight. Oh my goodness, that took me quite a bit to do. But hey, it's clonable and it's 4,000 a piece. Of course it is. But I'm not gonna lie, that does look really cool. But it makes me wonder, what is our plot data? 23%. Dude, you've got to be kidding me. And then just to get some more natural lighting in the gym, I'm gonna add in like windows like that. I'm gonna try to add these around the build as much as I can, really. They just help add that extra detail into the walls. Alrighty guys, I guess it's time for our skylight here. I'm actually gonna do one kind of similar to the one I did in my airport. Won't be the fanciest, but you know what, it'll do. And you know what, just a skylight like this. It's simple, but we'll take it. I guess you can also have like this area to come pick up your food. I mean, it's something simple, I guess. We should get windows in here though. I'm not sure what exactly you're looking out at because it's just grass. But you know what? It's fine. I mean, sure. You know what? You can see your football field, I guess. For a cafeteria, I really don't know if there's a better table than the picnic table. As weird as it is, like I don't want to use the picnic table, but I feel like it genuinely might be the best option. And I guess we need trash cans in here too. Why are they? Wait, hang on. You're telling me they're seriously expecting us to put our trash into these? Have you guys seen a cafeteria trash can? It is definitely not this small. I mean, we can add 4 right there, I guess. Do we have to put a dumpster in here? Like, I don't want to put a dumpster indoors. Realistically, these are probably our best bet. But man, I tell you what, jeez. That's something. Again, I'm really not done with the cafeteria, but I actually want to start the auditorium so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have carpet kind of like this, and then it's going to kind of just bowl down, I guess. Sure, you can have your stage right here, at least guaranteed, but there will really just be a curtain. So you're not going to actually really have a stage to perform on, since you don't have room for that. Good news, guys, I got these ramps down here. I'm liking them. I'm liking them. It's a cool design. And then this is our first seating row here. I think I've made them like wide enough so you can still walk and get into your seats. But we're now going to test that theory. So if I add in the simplicity chair, I mean, in theory, you do have enough room to walk there. So it might be a little crammed, but if it is, just deal with it. Well, I'm not going to lie, guys, I actually hate the design of the chairs. Maybe even like the arch chair would be better. I'd like to think those chairs are better. I guess I'll just have to roll with it. I also added in these lights here. Although this auditorium is going to take quite a bit to just place all these chairs and also get the foundation for them. So I want to move on to something a little bit more exciting, which is doing the walls in here. I am going to give it just a normal ceiling, just the height-wise at least. But for our walls, I want to use the wooden wall tiles. I basically want to have a wall like this. But yeah, just walls like that for the theater or auditorium. I never am going to decide on a name for this. Look good. Alrighty guys, so I finished placing all of my chairs. I also added stairs to connect you to the stage. I'm gonna have like a little like pit right here, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what you'll put down there, but just kind of to give some room from this like front row to the stage, you know? I don't know how to describe that really. One troubling part though is gonna be the massive curtain. Alrighty guys, I added in the curtain. I also added in like the stage lights up here and even that little pit, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but that's okay. We're gonna go to the instruments now and say that, I don't know, maybe a talent show's going on. So you got like a drum kit, you got like the guitars, and maybe even a piano. It's all we really have here in Bloxburg. It'd be cool if we had a microphone stand, but we don't. So I guess I'll just add in these 2 microphones down here. Although I do have to say, it is a pretty cool auditorium. It could use some more lights, just like kind of in random spots here. And I do think I'm a big fan of that. So, I mean, you know, you can tell it's an auditorium. So that's all I really care about, right? Now, I should probably finish up this cafeteria. So first off, we're definitely gonna need some more lighting in here. And I'm gonna use these ceiling tiles. These are definitely school ceiling tiles. So, you know, you definitely gotta add those in. And I guess we should probably add in the lockers, which placing $650 lockers around the entire school, that's gonna be a pain. But you know what? It works. Yeah, we definitely need the door to get into our kitchen here. I should definitely make this before I forget about it. You got your cash registers right here. And then the kitchen so far. I like the ductworks in here too. I'll never be able to pronounce those right. I added in like trays, cutting boards, napkins, all that fun stuff in here. Even like some dishes and all that. And this kitchen is pretty good. The rest of it can be saved for like food that get like pre-cooking. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good kitchen. I think another tiny detail I can add is just adding in the stack of plastic trays here, like on top of each garbage thing, so that you can put your trays there and boom. But I mean, otherwise, you know, this is a pretty good cafeteria, I'd say. Before I do the boring process of all of the hallways, I'd at least like to get the library done, because that sounds fun. So I added in some bookshelves right here, painted like all this stuff, got the lights in now. And now I do know actually in libraries, schools will typically have like computers available. So let's say like if you are at a school where maybe your school has like laptops and all that stuff, if your laptop dies, you can go to the library and go use one of theirs for a bit. So let's get a few desks for those people who forgot to charge their laptops. You know, it'd be really cool if we had printers in this game. It'd just be a nice detail, you know? Well, something like this could really look cool in the fall. Dang, I could really decorate this area really well. So then I guess over here we can have where the librarian is. You'll just check out your books and all that. Although I am a really big fan of this view. I mean, like seriously, it could be pretty cool in different seasons, like I said earlier. And now upstairs, we definitely have to fix up this lodge and actually give it a roof. Yo, my PC's freaking out. Holy cow, my PC was just bugging out. Yo, what? Second time it's done that today. I mean, hey, this area seems pretty cozy. For some reason, I actually like the color, like the default colors of these armchairs here. I've never been sure why, but I actually do. And then I just add in this little desk right here too. I mean, hey, this area is pretty cool, man. Well, now that we have the library done, we should actually get the office done. Yes, I'm gonna keep procrastinating. This is an interesting office, guys. I mean, you even have like a little lounging area. Otherwise, though, you know, it could be a little bit better, but I'm not exactly what to really add in the office. So, okay. I guess we'll have to find a way to make the principal's office. Pretty tough to show you guys, but I do have a pretty nice looking principal's office. I also just added in some more clutter decor out here. It's a little interesting, but like even adding stuff like the closed paper food bag, you know, it works. All of my office ladies on my old school, they all were so chill. Even on my new school, actually, they're all just really chill people. So maybe this helps add to that chill vibe. And then I guess we can have our actual lounge area out here. So out here, what I was thinking of doing is just a bunch of seating. And honestly, I might add some more of these windows here. It'll look a little bit weird, you know, just having windows go for like just a little bit down this wall. But like you guys see what I mean, you know? They only just are right here. But oh well, that's fine. So something like the sophisticated sectional. Yes. I had to really pronounce that one right. At my old school, we had something like this, and we always chilled on it, like waiting for, let's say, you know, we had to go to school early for like a field trip or something. You'd always just go and chill on that, or maybe it'd be after practice, you gotta have somebody pick you up. This is always a great spot to be. But the good news is we don't have too much left of this build, which is exciting. I realistically have to get this done tomorrow, which tomorrow is Thursday. You guys are watching this on Saturday, because I want to spend all of Friday editing this video to make it hopefully good. But wish me luck. Just a tiny update really, but I did do the locker rooms here for your swimming room. I've decided that these won't be the basketball locker rooms. I don't know what I was thinking. These are going to be your bathrooms, because of course school bathrooms are very interesting. And then we can stick to keeping this as like the weight room. Or we can make this the basketball locker room actually, since I don't own that many weight stuff. I'm trying to work on getting my fitness level up, guys, but it's pretty tough. Alrighty guys, I just made the band room here. I got full like soundboard proofing around the walls here so it doesn't get too loud. I also made this cool whiteboard here. We can ignore what's on it. But you know, I got like the cool like design here at the bottom. So I'm a big fan of this, and it's clonable, so I can take that to every room, of course. which is very nice for me. But yeah, this room turned out pretty good. It's got the hallway over here to the stage, so I should probably just add in some lights in here. I feel like construction is always going on at schools, so this could be a good area to at least kind of like store your boxes and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, you know? It just adds to this hallway. All right, it's time to do the most boring part of this build, and that is decorating our hallways. Like, I mean, this hallway's pretty good. Nothing too special, of course. Now, it's going to be really boring, but I'm probably going to have to place lockers all the way down this hallway. So here's all of our lockers, our Oreo lockers, I guess. I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to add in some like banners, because I mean, you see it a lot in schools, especially during like homecoming or like spirit weeks. You know, you'll just have like stuff just hanging up along the walls, really. Like, yeah, I'm a big fan of those banners. And then I'm just gonna keep adding in this carpet because it is pretty overpowered. And then just for extra details, we can add in like vents up along the walls. This hallway, on the other hand, well, I mean, it doesn't really lead to much, so I don't know why I should have much over here. I guess just adding in like wall sculptures, but like there's not really much use for this hallway. But I guess I should just do this hallway now, which this hallway is probably going to be our main hallway. Alrighty guys, I got this hallway right here as well. Okay guys, so I've done these two bathrooms right here, and I want you guys to tell me which bathroom is the boys and which one is the girls. Starting off here, we have this bathroom here. Very nice. You got the sinks, got the paper towel dispensers still intact. Got the toilets, oh, they're so clean. And they have the luxurious toilet paper. And then we have this bathroom. Alrighty guys, so I'm just gonna do the lockers up here in the upstairs hallway, because I'm not gonna lie, I might have forgotten about this hallway for a little bit. But you know what? We just won't talk about it. And you know what? Just to give this school some variety, whenever you're a senior, you're gonna get a different colored locker. You can get the beige colored lockers here, guys. There you go. In other words, you get the older ones. No, but on a real note though, it is better to have like some variety to be able to distinguish which hallway is which. And you get this lovely view of concrete. How exciting is this? And the seniors do typically would have like their own like lounge, like ottomans, I guess. I'm actually not sure if you can even sit on these in game. If you can't, I'm sorry, seniors. Funnily enough, I am a senior this year, so I guess I'll find out. There's something I'll never understand about schools is why do we never use natural lighting? Like, in all the high schools I've been to, you know, there's never really that much natural lighting, but every time you do, it just makes your hallways look that much better. So I don't know, you guys can kind of debate with me with that. Do you guys agree? Like, do you think that high schools don't have much natural lighting? Like, it just makes them feel like a prison, bro. Maybe because they are. Just kidding, guys. Go to school. And I guess we can say they were partying since it's their senior year. So they got like all these balloons and garlands and all that fun stuff. Now I'm going to do this locker room, and then I will do the wrestling room and whatever goes in this closet, I guess. And then I will finally stop procrastinating and do the classrooms. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, why is the locker room like the best room in the entire build? I don't know, but we got showers, we got the mirror, got all of your lockers of course, and yeah, it's pretty good. These swimmers ain't got nothing on us. Alrighty guys, so for the desks, I actually think that this industrial pipe end table might be our best bet. What sucks is they don't let you connect chairs to this, but it definitely is the best chair we have. So honestly, making a classroom like this actually is pretty good. I mean, you have your desks, you got the whiteboard, which we'll change this decal later. And then you even have like a projector and all that stuff. I mean, just extra decorations in here. It's pretty good. I also just realized that I'm gonna have to buy a projector for every classroom. That's a lot of Bloxburgs. Definitely not copy and paste a classroom, guys. The big difference, of course, is the wall decorations. I'm such a copy and paster, bro. But you know what we're not going to copy and paste on? This classroom right here. This is going to be our science lab. I'm not going to lie, guys. I actually think this turned out really good. I mean, it's just a pretty simple chemistry room, science room. I don't know. But it works, right? It, of course, would be a small class, but that's okay. Hey, this class at least has some, like, new touch to it, I guess. I also went through and changed up all of my whiteboards. So, yep, that's good at least, right? I feel like we can take that. I also just realized I forgot about this closet and the wrestling room. Whoops. So wrestling rooms are tricky because of course they have like the mats and all that. Not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've wrestled, so I'll just leave them like that, I guess. I also added in those mats there so you obviously don't hit your head on anything. My old school actually was really good at wrestling, and man, they were like a powerhouse, bro. I was never really sure how, but they just kept winning over and over again, dude. This is insane. They were very, very good. I mean, they send dudes to colleges to go wrestle, like Purdue and all that stuff. I got buddies who wrestle at Purdue and like Michigan State and like all these Big Ten schools. And I'm just like, what in the world, dude? Like, it's just insane, really. Because they were in a relatively small town. And so it's like, okay, you know, maybe they won't be that good at any sports. And then they were just a powerhouse in wrestling. It's insane. I feel like a common sign to have up here would be a caution, like a wet floor sign. There's always something going on up here. But yeah, I mean, nothing too fancy up here. Wait a minute, guys. These classrooms can have windows. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, that one can't. Whoops, there goes my copy and paste trick. I feel like up here it'd be good to have like your foreign language classrooms and maybe even like government and stuff like geography. So in like this one, we can have like Spanish class, right? And so in Spanish class, you typically see like posters of all the countries that would like speak Spanish and whatnot. So we'll just add in like a bunch of posters right there. This room layout is torture, right? Because basically you have the projector in front, but then the whiteboard in the back. And I used to have I think it was my algebra class. My teacher was the same way. So we'd be tilting our heads like all over the place because she'd have whiteboards pretty much like all around her classroom. And so we'd be like, she'd be running all over. We'd be tilting our heads like all over the place. It was always so confusing. Oh, dang it. Wait, no way. I placed the Bloxburg item and then I went to delete it and it put it in my inventory. Did they get rid of that feature? Oh, that sucks. There used to be a feature that if you deleted your Bloxburg item, you get the Bloxburg back, but I guess they took it away. In this room here, I'm gonna have like a poster. It's gonna be like a world map. Well, actually, I guess it could just go on this whiteboard instead. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you get a class upstairs, man, it's just way cooler than downstairs. Jeez. I want to get all my classes up here, bro. That's a good world map decal. All right, and then we have all of our flags here, including Equatorial Guinea. That's my favorite one right there.